Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you are having one awesome weekend already. If not, then let me try to make it a bit better with today's episode featuring Object 244, Tier 6 Soviet-Russian Premium Heavy Tank. And what I'm about to say next is super out of place, uncharacteristical. This might be the first balanced Soviet-Russian premium tank in this game. I know we have some other tanks as well, but it sounds cooler to say it. It actually seems to be balanced, guys. But come closer. Please do not tell that to Wargaming, because me saying this tank is balanced is not going to make more sales. If I would be raging over here saying how stupid, how broken, how overpowered this premium tank is, now that would make them more sales. Many of you guys might ask, what the hell is this thing? Because it is actually not being sold on every single server. Which is kinda weird. I do not know what the hell is going on with this tank, what kind of evil plans Wargaming has with Object 244, because in May 2019 they started selling it on Asian server, on SCA server. This year in May, and a couple days ago they started selling it on NA. I have no information about RU. If you do, please let me know in the comments, but we do not have it on EU shops, for example, on EU server. I don't know what the hell is going on with Object 244, but don't worry guys, in today's episode we are at least able to take a look at it, because we have one beast called TheIvald, who uploaded this battle to the replay site, and we are able to see what this tank can do in pretty decent matchmaking, I have to say, to showcase this tank. We have higher tier vehicles, we have same tier vehicles, we have lower tier tanks, we have two artilleries, so this matchmaking is all over the place as well. Quite a nice matchmaking to showcase this vehicle in my opinion. So enjoy it on the background while I am talking about some specs, some stats about Object 244 as we go. So it is a tier 6 premium heavy tank, which might be a boner killer for many of you guys, because if you're looking for one good credit maker, one good crew trainer, tier 6 is not where the money is at, not where the experience is at. If you want to do those things, tier 8 of course, or at least tier 7. Because the experience and credit income difference is just so drastical, in my opinion. Well, if you want to spend any money on this game in the first place, as always, it is up to you. So it is not available on EU and on RU. Maybe they were thinking about bringing it in as a reward vehicle, some mission marathon reward thingy once again, but that theory doesn't make sense. Why would they release it on smaller servers as a premium vehicle in the premium store, and why would they give it away for free in all those big servers? So that theory also doesn't make sense. I don't know, let's simply wait and see. But let's talk about, let's talk about what this vehicle has to offer. So Object 244, it is a weird one. It is kind of a mixture between medium tank and a heavy tank. It has the same gun as on D3485M. Both guns deal 180 damage, and standard ammunition penetration is only 144, which indeed is pretty bad in nowadays world of tanks, but props to TheIvald, because if I'm not mistaken, TheIvald is going to fire only one premium APCR round, and this is going to be his final shot in this battle. A little spoiler. Ooh, yeah. And so, kind of a mixture. Yeah, it looks like a heavy, it handles like a heavy tank, but the gun is from a medium tank. 1900 DPM, a bit lower than on D3485M, which has over 2000 DPM, roughly 100 higher than on D150, a lot higher than on KV85, with that 390 alpha damage gun, 122mm boomstick. Firepower compared to the Tiger 131, which is another tier 6 premium heavy tank. Let's say they have identical DPM. Tiger 131 has 1 extra millimeters better penetration with standard rounds, but 40 better alpha damage. Now this is more like it. Tiger has 220 alpha damage, which is more like a heavy tank alpha damage in tier 6. So the gun is weird. Gun handling, however, is actually quite decent. 2.3 second aiming time for a tier 6 heavy tank. Accuracy 0.35. Moving accuracies are also decent. Gun depression is bad, really bad. -5 degrees of gun depression. Of course, not as bad as on KV-85 with 122mm gun, which has 3 degrees of gun depression. That is one of the most painful gun depressions in this game. Now, mobility once again is weird. It has really good top speed, 42 km/h top speed for a tier 6 premium heavy tank, 14 reverse speed, but engine power 520, and power to weight ratio is only 11.82 on paper. But looking at this battle, looking at this replay, it seems to be quite decent. I do not know what type of epic Soviet-Russian engineering, Stalinium-infused engineering did they use to get this type of mobility out from a 11.82 power to weight ratio. Because terrain resistance numbers are not anything magnificent. Exactly the same, actually a bit worse than on D150. KV-85 has a lot better power to weight ratio and terrain resistance numbers, for example. But this mobility seems to be quite nice. Now, talking about the armor and health, it has 880 hit points, which is kinda standard for a Soviet heavy tank. Hull armor values 120, 160 in tier 6. Not bad, ladies and gentlemen. Turret, however, 190 and 90, so turret is actually weaker. Compared to D150, compared to KV-85, this is the best hull, of course, and the turret is slightly worse, if not the same. But even with this hull armor value, you really cannot count on your armoring too much. Hull overall, how this tank overall felt was like a downgraded KV-13. A tier 6 version of the KV-13. This is how it actually felt. Gun is the same. It feels to be like a bit more fat KV-13 in tier 6. Now, view range is exceptionally bad, once again, because this is a Soviet-Russian heavy tank, 340 meters. To put this into comparison, D3485M, for example, 360. Tiger 131, tier 6 tank, 370, so 30 extra meters on the view range. So this is Object 244. On paper and on the battlefield at the moment. Rip that artillery. Gun from a medium tank. Gun handling, I think, kind of a medium-ish as well. Armoring from a heavy tank. Mobility from a heavy tank. View range from a heavy tank. It is a medium and heavy tank fusion. Mixture between those two classes. Object 244. It really doesn't scream overpowered anywhere to me, but once again, guys, as I said, don't tell that to Wargaming, because it might lower their sales. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now please let me know what you think about this tank. Maybe you have it already on your account, maybe you are from one of those servers which has it available. If you do have it, please let me know what do you think about it. I want to hear your opinion as well, because I haven't played with it, I haven't even been able to touch it, and there was TheIvald's one and only premium round in this battle to pick up Bradley Walters. That was actually a good decision to switch into the premium rounds over here. So let me know, and even if you do not have it, still let me know what do you think about it after looking at some specs, after looking at this battle, which was perfectly played. TheIvald played this battle superb, perfectly. Ace tanker for that, Bradley Walters and Top Gun. Top damage done, 2489 damage, 8 kills, 1383 raw experience. 18 shots fired, 17 hits, 16 penetrations, nothing, literally nothing spent on ammunition, only 4000 credits, 37,000 credits profit, because auto resupply consumables. Yeah, you need to stack up with those bad boys. Yeah, some damage blocked, some assistance. Overall textbook battle, I would say so. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for your attention. Thank you for spending your time over here with me today. If you did enjoy my today's episode, leave a thumbs up button clicked down. If you didn't, thumbs down button clicked down. And if you want to see more stuff from me and want to be notified, subscribe button is for that. I catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome, stay sexy, take care, and bye.